Hey, look at that. We are live on the SideQuest live and in person. Meeting for the very first time. JJ Holder.
Hey, the real Double J.
The real Double J, because there was another one here.
There's another one here. Let's fight for the
You know what? Taylor Bliss coming up from the ground up. Taylor Bliss, and then yours truly off camera, off the side here, Dolly. Dolly, the dumbass who keeps forgetting stuff, Demovsky. Hey everybody, how's it going? It's PAX.
It's PAX, baby.
We're here on PAX. Dolly, what are you doing right now?
I am tweeting.
It's weird, you know. We usually don't get to see how the sausage is made on your end, so
They're kind of weird sausages. No, yeah, I should probably have a lot of these macros already set up.
You would think by now. We've been doing this for how long?
Hey, how's it going? It's freaking blurry because I got the there. Oh, it says better.
Just get your thumbprint off.
I think it's because
also, and there's this lamp back.
The lamp, and we got the glare from the. Don't mind us. This is happening live.
Hey, there we go.
Look at it, nice and dark and terrifying. I think there's. Yeah, much better, much better. Now we are in a much better position.
Amateurs.
Yeah,
we are very much. I'm gonna get over here that way.
I do like that. You can just see Taylor's head just kind of peeking up.
Let's go like
just
this.
A little bit.
That's it.
You probably see my walls.
Here we are, PAX East in Boston. Enjoying Boston weather. Chowda. Other Boston stereotypes. PAX East in Boston, day one. We're hanging out here. We're enjoying. Got to see a bunch of games, enjoying each other's company. Meeting Taylor.
Well, I'm not Taylor.
No, you're not Taylor.
No,
me
I'm
meeting
Taylor.
JJ. See, that's how messed up I am.
Yeah.
For the first time. Taylor meeting JJ for the first time. And then Taylor just hiding on the floor playing Steam Deck for not the first time.
Yeah.
But we are here.
This is extremely important.
Yeah, extremely important. I don't know what he's doing right now. He's looking for cards. There you go. Yeah. So first day, we saw a bunch of stuff. We're gonna go through a few of the things that we liked and do a shorty little episode before we head out to the Maiden MA event here. Open the show. First, let me rewind that. This episode of the SideQuest is brought to you by Excedrin. Excedrin.
Listen, we did not get nearly enough to actually say this.
They did pretty good by us.
They did
but
so the Excedrin is here at the Healing Haven, which is their little booth.
Yeah.
That they
it's the Excedrin that you think it is.
It really is. It's Excedrin. And they have a booth here.
My wife was in disbelief when I told her about it. She's like, why would Excedrin be there? What are they doing there?
And it's actually great when you think about it. It's like, it actually works.
No, it does.
Yeah, and they've spent a lot of resources designing this whole concept. Like they have an entire squad of characters based around healing, making yourself feel better while gaming. It's like
they have a hand masseuse staff here. They have soothing sound. No, Excedrin is here, and they give everybody who showed up during media hour, at least I don't know afterwards. Everybody who showed up. Free Excedrin. Like I said, hey Zach, Punctified, Excedrin. You got that big pharma. I like that big pharma sponsorship. Finally,
listen,
after all this time,
I'm diabetic. If I can get anything in on the big pharma,
so true. So we got to spend some. They gave us bottles of Excedrin, which is
200 pill bottles.
200 pills, which is Excedrin. Everybody who went to the booth got Excedrin pill. We're not sponsored by Excedrin. It's just a funny joke amongst us girls. Anyway, so we got to look around at some stuff during media hour, and then we had appointments throughout the rest of the day, and then. Overall, the show floor is a little bit emptier. I think one of you guys said you can actually kind of put your arms out.
Yeah, you can actually airplane down.
You can We did that. We just ran down the aisles. No, but it was.
People started looking when we were making.
It was really bizarre.
The rotor noises.
Yeah. But surprisingly fewer than you would think.
Fewer than you think. No, it was. It's Thursday again. It's midweek, so the amount of folks will increase over the next couple days.
You know, we had the media hour, and based off of everything, you wouldn't even really have needed it.
Yeah. But we did see a lot of stuff. We had a lot of appointments, and who wants to go first?
What was the first thing we saw?
We played that Sprout
from Tiny Build.
Yeah, Tiny Build had this Sprout rhythm game. We'll link to it. We'll write it down somewhere.
That was fun.
Yeah,
I liked that. That was a cute little rhythm game. It kind of had this. It's like a bit of like, what was the frequency or Audacity?
Yeah,
sort of like tunnel system, but it's like simplistic rhythm with like Muse Dash or something.
Yeah, you mentioned Muse Dash.
And it's got like combat, like every once in a while you hit like an enemy, just like in Muse Dash, and you use like the rhythm to like fight and block and everything.
Are you searching for the name of the thing? Or?
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm trying to find it.
He's doing live research. So we played that a little bit.
That's fun. We all played it and we competed. Dally came in dead last.
Because I didn't freaking know how to play. I was like the
I know
the
it was very difficult.
Sacrificial lamb.
It was very difficult to figure out how to play when there's only 3 buttons you have to push, and it has a giant controller in the corner showing you.
The problem was that
she literally pointed to it and said, here's the controls.
Yes, so I'm looking at the controls, and it's left, right, and bumpers. But on the actual controller image at the top of the screen, left is like all 4 buttons are highlighted.
Yeah.
So
in different colors.
So
the left was all blue, the right was all pink.
But it threw me off because I thought, well, which one of these colors am I hitting left? It was. I would have rather if it was just the bumpers and then maybe like a. Anyways, I'm an idiot, and you're gonna hear that a lot.
This is exclusively on you.
Yeah, no, completely.
You can't blame anybody else for this.
Yeah. And then after that, so we went on to some.
We just kind of after that we just wandered around.
Just wandered a bit, and we had some appointments. Let's talk about the appointments.
First thing I saw was the Tmnt Shredder's Revenge. That's Tribute Games, doing God's work out there, making those old classic style games. And this is like TMNT, the arcade game 3. Like it feels like a direct follow up to Turtles in Time.
Yeah.
Cool. It's really solid. It feels like the next incarnation. It doesn't feel like they're just like when like they did like Mega Man like 9 and 10 and they just made them like Mega Man 2, which is like, we'll just make the most iconic style. It's like they didn't do that. They like, well, what would be the natural progression of the Ninja Turtles thing? And so it doesn't look like it's an arcade game. It's like it has that pixelated like edges to the characters, but it's actually like clearly like these aren't like 16-bit pixel art. It's not even pixel art. It's just kind of aesthetically.
There's already an angry little reaction on Facebook from someone hating that. You guys suck.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Appropriate.
They're probably mad because I'm the one who can't remember. I couldn't play.
It's probably somebody from Tiny Build.
Probably someone from Tiny
Build. The game was Rhythm Sprout, by the way.
Rhythm Sprout. Not Sprout, Rhythm Sprout.
But a cute little onion in a tracksuit.
So Tmnt, pretty cool.
Yeah, no, that game's great. It plays really well. It takes all of the stuff from like the like original Turtles arcade game and just sort of like amps it up. Like instead of just like you got the typical health power-ups where you like get the pizzas, but then there's like other ones. There was one that like you got it and you like went to like it's basically like an invincibility store.
Oh, cool.
And you just kind of do like the spinning roundhouse kick throughout the stage while it's going around. It's a limited thing. It's really cool aesthetic. And there's like another one that lets you spam your special move. So like you have a meter that you're filling up when you doing combos and stuff. And when you fill it up, you can unleash a special attack. And every character has their own unique special attack. I played a Splinter. And
you play as Splinter?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
So the guy that they put me with, he chose April O'Neil because neither of those characters have been playable before in any of these types of games. So it was just like
Casey Jones playable.
Not that they said or showed.
Okay.
You would think that with the character expansions that one might become.
We're making guesses.
That is a guess.
And aesthetically, like if you see the like opening cinematic and everything, like this is Ninja Turtles the animated series. Got it. So everything's in there. Like the first 2 bosses, we did do the first 2 boss fights, and the first one was Bebop, and the second one was Rocksteady. Cool. And they're like stealing Android Krang's like robot head, and they've attacked Channel 6 News, and it's doing all that fun stuff.
Excellent.
And like Splinter had like this cool like I could like meditate in the corner, and it would like refill the special move meter. So it's like risk and reward. Like you can get an instant special move if you can just like waste enough time to do that. It plays solid. And it has more than just punch kick. It does all the stuff. It's got the throws towards the screen. Which
I always love those.
They kept
TMNT 4,
yeah.
that was great.
Yeah, and it's got dashing and stuff. So it, like they expanded on it pretty significantly.
And that's coming out.
They didn't say.
They said summer.
They said summer is what they're targeting for.
We have theories that it's probably later summer because June is the Cowabunga collection. You probably don't want to put two things so similar, so close to each other.
Yeah.
So.
They were talking about the cow because I talked to him a little bit after playing the thing, and the developer I was playing with was one of the developers for the Game Boy Advance game, a really good one based off of the 2007 movie, which he was
surprisingly,
he was even saying in there, it's like, you know, when you're making that game, it's like you have to make it on like this version of the Turtles. Nobody really wants to make a version on that particular one, but like, and they couldn't, and they had to cut multiplayer out early. So this is like him being able to like go back and right the wrongs, because it does have couch co-op and online co-op, and he said you can mix and match. So if you have two people on the couch, you can still play with like two other people online.
That's
which is a very good feature. You don't see that a lot in these kinds of games because, and that's great because it's a great couch co-op game. But like, how easy is it to get three friends together?
Sure.
Play Ninja Turtles. So to be able to split it up like that, like maybe have a friend over and then like play with somebody maybe you grew up with that used to play a bowling alley Ninja Turtles game, and just like it's a solid game. And there was no sound, so I don't know because they announced that the Ninja Turtles voice actors are all back for it.
I didn't hear any voice acting, but
and I don't know if this build.
You could walk by the booth and there was sound.
But
the sound effects were at least good.
Yeah.
All right. So that's there you go. Ninja Turtles. And you also saw Bricktales.
Bricktales, that Lego game. That's a fun game. That's like I said, it's the team that did Bridge Constructor Portal, and you can tell like instantly that it's that because it's Lego building. There's no IP attached to it other than Lego.
Gotcha.
And it's using it's using like the Lego, like their generic sets. Like it's got like city, pirates, medieval. I think they said a desert set or something, which isn't really. I hope there's a space.
But you're talking about the bridge that you were kind of putting together.
Yeah. So the thing is like it's all physics puzzles for the most part. Not all physics puzzles, because you came up and saw me had to recreate that monkey statue, which was It was Legend of the Hidden Temple style. Reassemble the silver monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how Taylor's eyes are just like right above the ad SideQuest. Yeah. That's all you need to see. It's all you need to see.
Yeah. But like, so it's like you have to make this bridge in the because you have these biomes that you're in, and you want to sort of traverse around them and help people out get out of there. So it's like, I have to get to the next spot, so I have to go to this spot and go to build a bridge, and then it'll take you into like this building thing, and it'll give you the pieces. These are the pieces you can use. You can only use these pieces, and you build like a bridge, and you simulate it, and your little robot goes on it, and it collapses, and it's just like Bridge Constructor. It has everything exactly like Bridge Constructor. When I was building the bridge, the guy said, I've never seen anyone build it like that before. Because I went.
Did it work?
It worked.
Okay,
that's cool.
Like that's the thing. I built. You saw the one thing that I showed you where I had to build a support underneath like a treehouse, and I built the most hideous thing with the fewest number of pieces I could. Like it physically doesn't look like it should work. But like when the weights hit it, and when you simulate it, and it held, like it's like it worked. Like it's not pretty, and when you're done building it that way, that's how it appears in the level that you're working on and stuff. So like whatever hideous design you've come up with, it keeps it. It's a great game. They haven't announced any platforms for it yet, so. Who knows what it's going to be out on? I think it's safe to assume. At least Steam. The business cards definitely says wish list on Steam. The guy even said that. He's like, we haven't announced anything yet, but if you look on the card, it says wish list on Steam. So I guess it's coming to Steam.
It would be kind of weird if they don't put it on Steam.
Yeah. If you just like physics puzzles, it's going to be a really really top-notch game.
Sure.
I think it's going to have some legs to it.
No, it should work. That's fine. I got my charger too.
Yeah.
I'm good. I take that with me though. So
Yes.
Brick Hill, and then you went to the Exceed booth.
I saw what was
The potion, not the was
no,
it?
he saw Potion. I
Potionomics.
Saw
saw
Green Melon.
Melon Ranch.
Boy, we really are bad at this, aren't we?
I probably
There's a reason why I wrote down my three.
Because we all went to the Exceed booth and we all saw you scheduled the one thing and we just
the
split
game was called Melon Journey Bittersweet Memories.
Yeah,
Listen, it was very green. In my defense.
Yeah, it's a Game Boy game. It has the aesthetic of a Game Boy game. It's definitely not a Game Boy game.
No.
It doesn't have any sort of illusions of. It just wants to aesthetically look like a Game Boy game. In the game itself, they even like reference like, oh, you can't miss the house. It's the one with the green roof.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's really funny. It's actually it's RPG Maker game. The entire demo, there was absolutely zero game. I guess it was just you wandering around talking to this world, interacting with it. You can kind of see if there is a game, what the game's going to be, because like a character got her violin stolen away, and one person was looking for their lost pet, and one person.
God, the Game Boy games were always about sax and violins.
Yeah,
Unbelievable. Bad joke. So yeah, there wasn't a lot of action in that one. I guess.
No, but it was very funny. It was well written. It was
Cool.
cute as hell. The sound effects were really good in it because it wasn't trying to be a Game Boy game. So like when you were talking to a cop, it would do like a little siren noise or something.
That's what happens every time
it's clearly like
life.
Yeah, it's clearly like supposed to be sort of a take on Animal Crossing of all things. It's like Animal Crossing mixed with like a Mother, like Earthbound or that kind of thing where like. When you arrive to town, it starts off like the opening of it is you on a train, like Animal Crossing. You get to the station and come out. It's like, welcome to Hogtown, because that's the town. It's Hogtown, and it's hedgehogs. It's like the Hedgehog Town.
Well, I think it's absolutely hilarious that they call Hogtown for hedgehogs.
Yeah,
because like when you said Hogtown the first time when you're talking about it, I was like, I assumed that it was going to be like,
and especially they play into it real quick.
Hedgehogs.
Yeah, and when they play into it real quick too, where like when you get there, you get like your briefcase stolen from you by a cat or something, and then like the cat gets arrested, and he calls them pigs, and he was like, "I am a full-blooded hedgehog, thank you very much," like because it's clearly like it takes place in a universe that like animals all have their own sort of domain, like Zootopia kind of situation. Where it's like different animals have their own separate cultures and stuff, and in this one, a king cat is running for mayor of Hogtown, and so you're visiting your friends because the king's daughter, the princess, is moved in with her recently married husband named Strong Dog, just a buff dog that's constantly flexing. It's great. And like everything's just it's clearly Animal Crossing, like all of it. Like there was a conversation like in the town square, and somebody was like, "There used to be a dog that played guitar here." But then you find the dog. You find the dog, and it's like it is, but it's not. KK obviously.
Sure.
It's clearly supposed to be KK. I don't know what the game is. I didn't get to talk to anybody about it, and based off me playing it, it just seems like it's a visual novel set in the Game Boy like Game Boy palette. I don't know. I would like to see more. It's an RPG Maker game, so you can tell, but it's not a negative for the most part. So it's charming as hell. It made me laugh a lot.
Good.
Like there was actually some really good jokes in there and stuff. So I'll be interested to see what that ends up being in the end.
Let me blast through mine real quick. We're gonna head out to the Maiden MA party here in just a couple, like 2 minutes. But so I'll blast through mine. The Last Ori Crew. I checked that out, and I checked Dolmen out. They're both at the Focus. No, Devolver.
Focus was the
Focus. So both of them were explained to me as being sold. Hey, do you like Souls games? I guess so. Okay, I'll check them out. The Last Ori Crew is sort of a sword and shield. So you kind of expected more angled towards co-op. There's like a lot of co-op influence in that game. Dolmen is essentially Dead Space, Souls-like. So much more horror element. I really enjoy Dolmen from that standpoint. I thought that there was a lot of there was a really cool aesthetic to that. Last Story Crew was I hate to say forgettable. Again, these are just quick looks. All these games are just like quick show floor, whatever. I'm not talking shit of it. It didn't connect with me. It seems like all Souls-like games right now are very much in the same sword and cape and shield type. And I want to get away from that. That's why Dolmen really kind of stuck out as something that was memorable. Definitely, if you're here, check those out. You might like those a lot. Saw Evil. We went to the Paradox or Paradox, whatever. Focus, one of those. Focus. Evil West and Dordogna.
That was
Focus. Evil West. Badass. It's like
standing over Dally's shoulder.
It's basically third person, Wild West, cowboys and zombies.
Probably the Friday show we'll get some assets together.
Yes, for sure. Also some
trailers.
Really cool idea. It's a third person action game. You got a couple weapons you can use, and you're just traversing. It's got real simple traversal. You come up to like these little chains hanging there, and you can jump over them. Like it'll automatically jump.
Chains are your
key. But there's like cowboys versus zombies. But the coolest part was they're sort of finishing moves. Draculas. Yeah, Dracula, like that. Really cool. Just tons of gore and blood, and really kind of.
I kind of didn't expect it.
Yeah, I didn't expect it, but when you really liked it.
When you blew off that guy's head like early on, I was like, "Oh, it's this kind of game."
There's a lot of screaming, like, "Oh, awesome! Oh, awesome!" So yeah, I'll get into more of that.
It has glory kills, which is all you need to know.
Yes, and then Dordogna, which was really cool, hand painted adventure game. I want to say point and click style because it kind of is that. Kind of in a weird way, but you play as a girl who in this demo it starts her off as 12 years old, but really the story is someone who's 32 and kind of going back into her past, seeing 20 years ago, and she can't really remember her time with her grandmother. It was an important time in her life, and so the story, this demo has you as the 12-year-old, the actual reliving memories, and you sort of have this scrapbook of taking pictures. Taking audio clips of certain things and looking at certain words that pop up. And initially you're like, okay, this is kind of basic, whatever.
Artsy cutesy.
Yeah. But the more we play, and all of us, we were talking to the developers there, talking to the lead artist.
Yeah.
By the end of the time playing it, and by the end of the time talking to these folks, you're just like, I was all in. I was like, feed me more of this. It's such a really compelling I can see myself as an adult really enjoying this and thinking, oh crap, I really wish I spent more time with my grandparents when they were alive. I'm punching myself now. Also, my daughter who's 12, I'm like, I already messaged her. I'm like, hey, hun, you're scrapbooking with grandparents right now because the kind of stuff you'll remember later on. It's just such a cool, and just the art.
Well, yeah, I mean, the first time that they take the watercolor scene and do a fade away with the watercolor backgrounds.
Beautiful.
When it goes through the trees to the lakeside.
Layered watercolor.
It really just does something.
It does. And you really have to see it.
And talking with him, the artist, really sort of hammered home what's going on.
Yeah, so he's already done like 120 watercolors for that. And so I was like, so how many more do you think you're going to have to do before you're done? He's like, I really don't want to think about it.
He's like, I'll probably die. But yeah, cool. Really enjoyed it. I'll post some videos of that too. Checked out Curse to Golf, which talked to the developer
Liam, I believe.
Really cool. So JJ first saw it at PAX West. We've been hearing about it over time. Yeah, we got his card somewhere.
Liam.
Cool as hell. I love playing this game. Curse to Golf is such a joy, fun little roguelike golfing experience. Just look at the videos. It's exactly what you think it is when you see those videos, but that is very few times will I say a game is exactly what the video shows, and it's just as good as what you expect. And then Curse of Golf really is just a great mechanic. And I think the best part was we're talking to Liam. He's guiding me through the demo. And he's like, oh, this is the same demo that's up on Steam. So Taylor has a Steam Deck with him. He's like, aha, let me takes out the Steam Deck, downloads it, gets further than I am in the demo play session.
It was pretty, I mean, the convention Wi-Fi.
Yes, convention Wi-Fi was great.
Smiled upon me.
Yes, true. So that was really cool because then Liam was all over. Oh my god, let me take a picture of you guys. That was really neat. And then at Xseed, I tried Deadcraft, which is essentially a mix of zombies and farming and Diablo, and they really wanted to let me know over at Xseed. They're like, yeah, probably like 10 more things. They're like, listen, we are taking all these different genres together into a game. And
just like Spider-Man 3, we're going to start putting everything that you love into this.
And then the second Spider-Man 3. No, the real no. So you by the time I was done with this, it's like, okay, so you took aspects of these games, but there's nothing that really stands out, at least in this playthrough. Nothing that stands out as being all that special. It's really just a bunch of missions, a bunch of fetch quests. In this demo, fetch quests to get you to understand what these different genres are, but again, nothing stands out as in your face. So maybe it's a demo, I don't know, maybe it's a show floor experience, but it didn't. I mean, it's fine. It's maybe a 6.5.
Plants versus Zombies.
Plants versus Zombies. Definitely not a zombies. Cowboys and and then we also saw Plunder Panic, which was really cool.
Oh, yeah, we stopped by.
They've been working on the game since 2017. It's like the third version of Plunder Panic. They were
that story that he was telling.
Oh god, it was
Plunder
unbelievable.
Panic was so.
Started off as a school project.
It gave me stress.
Yeah, 2017 they started as a school project.
It did well.
They said, let's actually put some effort into it. So version 2 revamped the whole game, graphics, all that kind of stuff. 2020 hits COVID, and they're like, we're fucked.
And then they go, oh, you know what we're gonna need?
We can't play. Well, we can't play. Yeah, we need multiple. We can't play locally anymore because it's illegal to get 8 people together to play.
So let's figure out how to do multiplayer. Also, we have to rewrite the code.
So they have to rewrite the whole code of this game a third time. So like, this is the third. So we're just like freaked out. They're like, as soon as they're ready to release something, they had to pull it back each time and redo it. But it ultimately made the game a lot better because even as I was playing it, I was really having it. You guys didn't get a chance to check it out. It's on early access. It's coming to every platform.
Early access currently on sale.
Yeah. But yeah,
if you like Killer Queen Black,
definitely
it's a better version of Killer Queen Black.
And you saw a couple games. Tell us what the
So I saw No Place for Bravery first and that's being published by Usbird. I think that's
Usbird, yeah.
I'm not sure that's how it's pronounced.
That's what it looks like.
It's certainly how it reads. YSBRD.
Yes, Usbird.
East, like the French, like the game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
East. And unlike Dali's Souls-like game, that's not how it was billed to me.
Okay.
It's really released. That wasn't the first line. It is, however, similar. You go and rest at your bonfire, and that's your respawn point. Yeah. But this one's 2D pixel, which is not alone in that genre, but it is a more. Well, I mean, I don't know. I only get to play the first 30 minutes, but father's daughter gets taken away. As Matt, who's one of the lead designers, was describing to me, it's more of a personal story about being, of fatherhood and things like that. So I'm hoping that comes through as you continue on. It played well, certainly better than some of the other ones that I've tried, which is. It feels like there's so many that are not that good. That doesn't
feels that way,
right? Exactly. So that was great. Recommend it. Then I saw by Dome Keeper over at Raw Fury, which is a roguelike that I want to play.
Sweet.
They had to kick me out because I didn't die in the 30 minutes. And so we got the tap on the shoulder and you gotta go.
So, bro, you gotta.
And I was like, are you sure? 'Cause I didn't lose yet. And they're like, yeah, no, you didn't. But
yeah, I know.
But yeah, so Dome Keeper, real quick, you got a dome on the surface, you got resources underneath, you have to dig. There's a lot of upgrades. You dig for the resources to give yourself the upgrades. Keep going. There's monsters that are attacking your dome. I want the whole loop is exactly what I want.
You sold me on it when you were explaining it to me.
The aesthetics of it. Also good. Well, again, we'll probably throw that together for tomorrow's Friday show. And then last thing I saw over at Xseed was Potionomics, which is a item shop game, which is, again, one of those things that's been done before. But in order to sell your wares, you have to basically engage in this card game. So there's a deck building element to the game as well, where, how you haggle, you draw 3 cards. The currency that you spend to play your cards is the patience of the customer.
Okay.
You're trying to build their interest by playing cards, or maybe defend yourself against their insults to your haggling, where if you don't defend, your stress goes up and you might make a fumble when you draw your next card. That one was a pretty guided demo, but played well, aesthetically really nice to look at.
Nice.
Characters are extremely they're just very it's not voice acted, so they're very emotive. And when you kind of zoom out, it's this kind of sprite art. But when you go in and you're playing the card portion where you're haggling, just like everything, it's just really well rendered 3D.
Nice.
So it was just a really nice mix between the two. And then we already talked about Curse to Golf, which I sat in on. And I think that's it.
I'm sure there were more, but we'll get into
the big list is going to be saved for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, we got more time tomorrow before we head out right now. So, anyways, that was it for day 1. We had plenty of stuff to talk about, and we'll definitely talk about more tomorrow as we see some more of the indie stuff.
Yep.
And get some of the assets put together. I got a lot already.
Yeah.
I don't know what the plan for you guys. I'm going to be writing like crazy tonight and planning for our 2 panels tomorrow.
We're going to let you write for us.
Yeah. We got a couple panels tomorrow, so that'll definitely be something that we'll be chatting about. So, anyways, that's it. See you on tomorrow's episode of SideQuest. That's it for tonight. Bye-bye. At Dolly Demoski, at Taylor Bliss, at _double_J, at SideQuesting, SideQuesting.com, SideQuesting TV on Twitch, SideQuesting on YouTube. Bye-bye. From PAX East. Bye.